Welcome everybody to a Coaster Hour Livestream. My first one that I have done in like 2 months, something crazy like that. This is just kind of a casual live stream. I'm going to be doing mostly Q&A, catching up on a bit of news, along with some games. We're going to be doing Guess the Coaster on here, along with Coaster Hangman. I'm bringing that back, so that's great. But yeah, like I said, pretty chill stream. I just got done with my first, I guess, full year at community college, and this semester yesterday. So happy to be back here. Happy to be doing a stream. I've missed this very much so. I've tried doing it on Instagram. It's just not quite the same. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been. And it's been an interesting few months for sure within the industry. So a lot to catch up on as well. We obviously have like the Knots stuff that is in a weird place right now with the Knots Hyper/Giga plans. But which there's been a lot of stuff going on with that. So there's been a lot. But like I said, ask any questions you have, and I'll pretty much answer them. I don't have in this specific stream a set of news lines, so if you want to ask about specific news things, you can just ask me. I'm not gonna probably go through too many specific ones, just because I didn't have anything set up beforehand. I mean, I'll go through a few things. I know there's been some RMC Wildcat rumors. That being obviously rumors, and then you have other things as well. But yeah, that's pretty much how this stream is going to be, at least to start off, and then we'll do some other fun stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much that. It's good to be, you just came back home from Spain. You did the Spain trip, so yeah, that's awesome that you got to do that. So and I imagine mixed feelings coming back. I'm sure there are some awesome things to do over there, but hey, you're back home, so that's cool. It's been a minute. Yeah, it has been. Like I said, it's been over 2 months, which is just crazy. And I guess I might as well talk about some channel things as well. I've put out a few pieces of content. The countdowns that I was planning to release didn't happen. I actually had to use my editing software for a decent amount of assignments this semester, so that kind of took away a little bit from my video making ability, but I'm still planning to get back on that, and I am starting to think about bringing back Coaster Time in a way. We'll see. Still ways off. It's just something that I've started to think about. If I do, it would be something that would not happen like as regularly as it used to. But I think if I bring it back in some way, it's better than not. So we'll see what happens there. I guess I'll ask this as well for Coaster Time. For new guests or returning guests, who would you like to see? Just let me know in the chat. Just to give me some people I can consider. I already have some people that I will try to reach out to when I bring it back, but it's always good to have options and see who my viewers specifically want. So that's always a good thing. Congrats on finishing the first year. Thank you, Stamford Bridge. It's been a while. Yeah, I know, Insane Coaster Junkie. It's been a long while. But yeah, what's on the menu for news? As I mentioned, I don't really have something in front of me. I'll get to that in a little bit. There's some stuff, but there's been a few things just like really recently. Favorite course I took this year? Ooh. I think for me, I think it would have to be between Actually, there were three pretty interesting ones. I like doing film. That was a completely online class, but I got to watch a lot of movies I wouldn't have otherwise. So that is something that was really cool for me to see. I got to see some Alfred Hitchcock films, saw a Tarantino film, some films from some influential international directors. So that was pretty cool to do. And then also biology. Doing the labs was pretty fun. So that was another one I liked in person. I got to do the labs in person. And then I did, I guess, public speaking and communications last semester, which was also in person. That was a pretty good one to do. I got to do I did one of my speeches on the YouTube dislike button when they were getting rid of it. So that was a fun one. Yeah, that's kind of how it's been. Hopefully that was a good enough answer there. A lot of stuff going on. Yeah, high school is tough. Yeah, it is. It really is. Honestly, wow, it's weird. I feel like this stuff doesn't get in the way. It's kind of weird that it kind of does, but that the comments are. But oh well. But saying that, let's see. Like, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I didn't think that community college was actually harder than high school, which is interesting. At least some of the semesters I had, so that was a pleasant surprise. Am I going to Hollywood Nights? Not this year. Congrats to anybody who won the lottery for that or is planning on going. But that's not me this year. In the future, but just not this year. You watched Clifford in No Time to Die on a Plane. What a combo. That is an epic combo of films. For sure. That is that's a pretty good combo. Favorite international film from the course. So I watched a few. I think we only watched 2 of them. The names of them are escaping me, but I did see a Federico Fellini film. Shoot. I think it was like The Temptation of Dr. Antonio, something like that. I found that one to be pretty interesting. There was another French one. There was a French one I watched as well, and the name of that one's escaping me. That was not one of my favorite films of the class. But I like the Fellini one. So yeah. But anyways, let's see. What is it? Your school has public speaking. Yeah, I think it's like it filled out a required thing, so I did it, and it was actually pretty good. Surprisingly, there were some fun speeches I got to do. I even did some, I think, relating to like how I got into coasters, like kind of being a coaster enthusiast because we had a hobby speech. It was pretty fun, for sure. Let's see. What else? There's the questions are flying at a pace I can't keep up with. They're not really flying that fast, but it's quite a bit. It was neither of those movies that you mentioned, Stamford Bridge. Like I said, I like legit forgot what it was called. Am I going to Cedar Point or Kings Island? Not this year. No, I have been to Cedar Point. Honestly, I was kind of thinking about this. I don't know if I'm going to even go back there this decade. We'll see. It's just not something that is on my bucket list. It's a hard park to get to. If they get something really good, I'll do it. But I had a good enough visit last time where I don't feel the need to return anytime super soon. Kings Island, obviously, I want to go to as soon as possible, but not this year. Do you know how to get tickets for Keys to the Kingdom? I don't even think they're doing it this year. I haven't seen any promotion for it. I have not heard that they're doing it this year. If they are, I haven't heard about it, but I don't think they are doing it. So, but even if I wouldn't know how that all works. Least favorite thing about the coaster community. Oh God. Man, that's a really negative, that's a pretty negative question. Unfortunately, I can think of a few things. I think the biggest thing though, not the biggest thing, but one of the things that annoys me a lot is, and you hear this a lot, but opinions, I mean, it's one thing to kind of like tease opinions a little bit, but to like actually like pan people and like absolutely like pretty much belittle them because they have a different opinion on a coaster or something, that's never fun. I try to stay pretty respectful of all that, but it's something like coaster opinions are something that some people take a little too seriously in coaster rankings. So whenever someone gets bullied or blasted for it, I'd say that's definitely a low light of the community. Let's see. Any coaster trip planned? Actually, we'll see. I don't have a least favorite opinion. That would be going back on the other thing if I actually answered that. But what was it? Any coaster trip planned? So I'm actually planning to go to Discovery Kingdom in a little while here. Just a little bit after their spinning coaster opens. I'm planning to do Wonder Woman hopefully this summer. Probably will be my 100th coaster. Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain, that is. And then I'm hopefully, we'll see if it happens. But I actually should be doing an Atlanta trip this summer. So, and later in the summer. So hopefully Air Force One is open so I can do both Six Flags Over Georgia and Fun Spot Atlanta. I haven't done either park, so that would be great to do. And it looks like it's something that is happening, but we'll see how that goes. I guess I'll keep that updated if that happens. Let's see. I'll answer a few more questions here. Am I going to Magic Mountain or Disneyland this year? I went to Disneyland twice last year, so I am probably not going back this year. But it was a lot of fun to do. And Magic Mountain, I will be going back this year, 100%. Favorite thing about the coaster community? That I think seeing, at least on the YouTube side of it, seeing all like the great content, and whenever other coaster enthusiasts kind of like help each other out, whether that's through collaborations or bringing themselves up, other people like up, like kind of promoting them and stuff like that, and just kind of seeing all these like amazing pieces of content like people have made, and just also seeing like different thoughts and opinions on like news going on and coasters. I mean, that's not a very specific answer, but I think that is kind of my answer, if that makes any sort of sense. When basically like seeing all like the content and like seeing people kind of help each other out is definitely a good thing to see. And then, so, yeah. Do I have any controversial coaster opinions? Depending on who you ask, I probably do. I do. Let's see what. I do have Ghost Rider over Skyrush. That probably is not super popular, but actually that coaster's polarizing, so it might make sense. And I do really like Skyrush, for the record. And then on top of that, I have Space Mountain at Disneyland over Millennium Force. So, and Disneyland is my number one park, which isn't like too surprising, but for coaster enthusiasts, it's not as common as one would think, I suppose. So, and I have Hershey Park over Cedar Point if I'm doing park rankings. So, those are some. Opinions on Goliath, I assume you mean Magic Mountains. Yes, okay, it is Magic Mountains, just checking that. I did my Magic Mountain tier list, I kind of go into it there. But if you do it in the front row, I honestly think it's a pretty fun ride. You get a good sensation of speed. And coming off the mid-course brake run, because you come out of it so slow, kind of just hanging there, like, on that sort of banked turn, you kind of get this weird feeling where it feels like you're gonna kind of fall out just because you're hanging there a while. That's honestly pretty fun, even though it is pretty dumb, but it's fun. So it's not one of my favorite coasters at all. Not even at Magic Mountain. It's still my least favorite traditional hyper coaster, but I've learned to enjoy it, which is kind of an important thing, I suppose. How many roller coasters have I ridden? I'm at 97 credits, so 3 away from 100. So there you have it. I did visit Magic Mountain since the last stream. I did do West Coast Racers. I mean, you wouldn't know that if you've seen the tier list, but yeah. Let's see. Matthew's Coaster vids in the chat. Yeah, I remember you. Absolutely. You've been around for a while. I always remember a loyal viewer. So yeah, I remember you for sure. It's been a while since I've seen you though, it feels like. Yeah. Let's see. Am I going to Knott's Berry? Yeah, I probably will. Knott's Scary Farm, I'm trying to make a yearly thing. So, that'll probably happen. So, probably this year and next year. So, that one's like almost always like kind of a chalk it in guarantee. So, there you go. And I guess I'll answer these last two. Oldest coaster I've ridden, Giant Dipper at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, opened in the mid-20s, I think 1924, opening year, so that would be the oldest. And have I been to any amusement and theme parks in California? I've been to, like, most of them. Like, the biggest ones I have not ever been to is, like, Belmont Park. I'm actually trying to think of, Castle Park and Belmont Park are probably like the two biggest ones that I've never done. So unless I'm probably missing something Adventure City, I guess, is kind of right in the mix there, and I guess major-ish parks in California that I haven't done. So I've done a majority of them. Is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride awesome or fantastic? I'd say awesome. Awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong either way, but like, I think that ride's amazing. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, next I'm gonna go into. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to try to recollect the news. Based off what I remember seeing. If you guys in chat have any news things you want me to talk about, or just news things in general, then let me know. But I guess for stuff that happened this week, Port Aventura, actually there was an interview released today and one released several weeks ago that I didn't even see until today. That pretty much confirmed they were going to get a new coaster for 2023, and that it was going to be a first of its kind in Europe. And specifically in the interview that happened several weeks ago, there was mentioned that only one other type of the coaster they were getting existed in the entire world. So heavy rumor is this is an Intamin hot racer they're going to get for 2023. If you weren't aware of that, there's been a bit of talk with Port Aventura as of late. The opening of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, has it officially opened yet, or is it still under the pass holder preview? I think it's still under the preview, but it's close enough. I did see a POV of it. I won't get into any spoilers, but I'll just say it looks like a fun ride, for sure. I'm hearing some good things about it, so definitely a coaster I'm looking forward to doing whenever I get out to Disney World, for sure. Might be my most anticipated coaster over there. Actually, maybe. We'll see. But yeah. It could be a free fly. Oh, I should I don't know if I mentioned this. They said it would be a first of its kind in Europe, so it'd be unique to Europe. Uh, Trainin, yeah, the free fly. That is in Europe, I'm pretty sure. So that's not gonna be um, that's not gonna be anything. That can't be possible. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. What do I think will change with Tokyo Disneyland Space Mountain? So there's been a bit of new info that came out after I did that video. Like I did it as soon as like I found out about it, at least recorded it. So apparently, um, the building is actually going to be moved back a bit. Somehow they're gonna make space behind Space Mountain and like push the building back. So the building's gonna be completely torn down, as is the coaster, and then they're gonna create something new, like basically like a few, however many feet away, and completely rebuild it from the ground up. But it is interesting because it's like, do they make a new layout? I really don't think that's what it is. And I know some people are like, could they incorporate the Guardians trains? I really don't see that happening. I feel like that something like that would be mentioned, but maybe there would be a layout change. I still doubt it, but probably just theming updates. I mean, obviously you're gonna see that. Hopefully it gets an onboard soundtrack finally, because they apparently never had it. So those are some things to look forward to for sure. Aqua Tracks. Yeah, let's go. Why not? They've worked with Intamin before, right? Yeah, so why not? That would be actually hilarious. Oh yes, the Wallaby Holland Raptor. I knew it. I knew there was something. Yeah. Okay, so Wallaby Holland got their Raptor essentially leaked. The fact that they're getting it, we don't actually know anything about it other than it's opening in 2024. But do we think it'll be custom or off the shelf? I would love to see it be custom. I am going to assume, though, it's going to be off the shelf until proven otherwise. I'd assume it'd probably be of the larger variety, if it was. So, just because I feel like that would be a park that they would spring for the larger version. But I wouldn't put your hopes up too high for it to be something custom, but I'd love to see it. Coaster Studios mentioned that the new Giga Coaster that is opening at Knott's Berry Farm got canceled. Not exactly. Not sort of. I'll try to go into that. And by the way, you have mixed opinions on Baby. Yeah, Twitter drama, I'll just say that. But I'm not going to go into that too much. If you can figure that out for yourself if you want to learn more about it. But anyways, yeah, so the Giga Coaster was the leaked plans, right? And we still don't know for sure if these leaked plans are legit. They came out last year, the Giga plans. Then new plans came out about a mini hyper. That just came out a few days ago. And then on Twitter, someone was asking the city of Buena Park, their account, about the plans. And they said on the Twitter account said that they have not heard any plans from Knott's Berry Farm about expansion. And some people are thinking, and I thought this myself when I first saw it, that meant that the plans were like fake. But it might not necessarily. It's possible they haven't actually shown the plans to the city yet. Which honestly, I'm leaning towards that being the case. Some people are like, the city's hiding it. That'd be really weird. They didn't need to answer that question, so I don't really think they're trying to hide anything. But I think regardless, we're not going to be seeing a Knott's coaster, like a Giga or Hyper or whatever. for 2023. So I mentioned that way back in like March or February or something that it wasn't going to happen in 2023. And yeah, that looks pretty accurate. I don't even think it'll be 2024 at this point, but we'll see what happens. Kind of a crazy, a crazy sequence of events there. Just all that happening recently. So yeah. Let's see. The West Coast will never get a B&M Hyper. Yeah, right? I mean, they're just cursed. It's just cursed. So many opportunities to get, like, basically, like, 3 opportunities at least to get one, and it hasn't happened. So, we'll see if this thing can finally break it. But the thing is not... I didn't see the Coaster Studios video, so I don't know exactly what was said in there. But I don't know that I don't think it would have been canceled. I think the plans are either fake, or they just haven't shown it to the city and they're probably still working on it. So, if he was saying the Giga plans were canceled in terms of it being a Giga Coaster, then yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah. Have I seen the new Beast retract footage? I've seen a bit of off-ride stuff here and there. I tried to search for a POV a few days after it reopened and didn't see it. But I've heard it's running really well, and people are really enjoying it, which is great to see. So that's a really good thing. Oh yeah, Predator got the Titan track. That was another piece of news that came out a few weeks ago. So yeah, that's definitely a coaster that needed it, for sure. That's my thoughts there. I mean, I haven't ridden it, but that's from what I've been told. It needed it, and it was put in a pretty good spot for it, a desirable spot to put it in. So on one of its turns. So happy to see that, and happy to see the Titan track get some. We're getting some new Titan track projects. We'll see what the second Titan track coaster is. There's a second one that is second coaster that's going to be Titan track this year. Rumors are pretty heavy that it's going to be Wolverine Wildcat. We'll see if that's true. I'd be very happy to see that because Michigan's Adventure hasn't gotten anything in a million years, but only time will tell. Oh, Coaster Roaster in the chat, how you doing? Yeah, that just came so quick, but yeah, how you doing? It's been a while since I've done this, so awesome to have you here for sure. Just going through some of the new stuff and doing Q&A. Let's see. Do I think Wildcat at Hershey Park will receive the RMC treatment? So this is where I'm a lot more pessimistic than a lot of people on this. I actually don't think it's getting RMC'd, which I don't know if that comes as a shock or not. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. We know that Wildcat has received investment during the previous 2 off seasons. This isn't confirmed, but I've even heard they actually received a new control panel this off season. And those are moves you just don't make if you are RMCing the coaster. So that's just kind of my thinking. But there is something going on with Wildcat that I do agree with. Whether that's like a major retrack and refurbishment for the next off season, or even some Titan track, I think both of those could make a lot of sense. Or a combination of the two. That could be what happens there. So I do not believe in Wildcat getting RMC'd. If it does, amazing, and I will definitely be happy to be proven wrong. I've been pretty adamant on Instagram actually that that's not going to happen, but if it happens, that's awesome. I'll be really happy. But I'm not going to expect it. So, yeah. Good to see you're doing well. I'm doing well, doing good as well. Just finished my semester. My first full year at community college. So yeah, things are going pretty well. Do I prefer big drops or inversions? I would say for the most part, I will take big drops, but there are some inversions that are so incredible that I will take them. But on a general basis, I'll take drops. Top Row Dragster's not opening this year. Not much of a surprise, to be honest. Investigations wrapped up pretty late, from my understanding, and I assume that if they are going to reopen it, they would need to do some work on the queue, just to probably make sure an accident like that never happens again. So I'm not too surprised that that happened. I don't really think it means that the coaster is going to die, but I'm not too shocked. I guess next year will be a lot more telling on the future of Top Thrill Dragster, but I'm optimistic it'll stick around. Yeah, someone did ask that earlier, but I'll just kind of quickly go through it. I'm going to Discovery Kingdom within a few weeks here. Gonna do Sidewinder Safari, and also get Batman the Ride, and that'll be my first SNS 40 free spin. I will be doing Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain, close to probably whenever it opens, and I'm hoping that'll be my 100th coaster. I'll be going to Knott's probably later this year. That's the hope for Knott's Scary Farm. And there's a chance I'm doing an Atlanta trip that would include Six Flags Over Georgia and Fun Spot Atlanta, because it's late in the summer if it happens. So that's pretty much the stuff going on. So some good stuff for sure. Pretty happy about it, assuming it all goes to plan. Where do I think the 4th Vekoma Tilt coaster will go? Let's see. So the first, because there's 4 of them that are supposed to be coming. So Energylandia is getting one. We already know that. Six Flags Kidia is probably the third park that is in there. And then you have Kotoland as well. Shoot, I saw one somewhere. I had a prediction for it. I'm trying to remember which park I had for getting it. Oh, I think it was Gronalund was like kind of like the idea, because they were going to get that expansion area, but now they're having issues with it. But that was my guess at the time, that it would be Gronalund. So that, I guess I'll still keep it there in case they get that land. Worlds of Fun. You know, that would be nice, wouldn't it? It really would. I would be a big fan of that if they pulled that off. You did end up writing Storm. How was that? That's awesome. That's a rare credit for sure. So, too bad the other upcoming coasters didn't exactly open in time, but happy to hear that you were able to do that. That's awesome. Let's see. If you only have one day to go to a park, oh god, I wouldn't go to either during Christmas break. Oh my goodness, that's bad. Man, that would be, oh my goodness, that's bad. I like never go to either during Christmas break. Oof. I do have a season pass to Magic Mountain, so I think that would ultimately decide it. And yeah, I think I'd pick Magic Mountain. There's also more room, so at least walking around, it'll still be bad, but it probably won't be as congested as Knott's will be. So that's kind of my justification there. Both of those are really bad, though. Really bad options. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, so I like almost never go to those parks during Christmas break. Although I did do Legoland and SeaWorld and during Christmas break on weekdays, and they actually weren't that bad, surprisingly. I mean, it was during the week, but even still, it was not that bad. Like, I didn't have to wait more than 30 minutes for anything. So that's definitely a pretty big win during Christmas break. Very massive win, actually. Jolly Rancher Remix sounds like it's getting good reception. Yeah, that just opened today, right? Or no, there were people who got to preview it. It opens in like a little over a week, something like that, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's good to see. I know a lot of work went into it in terms of like kind of getting it ready for that, but that's good. Any thoughts on the new Six Flags season pass system? I actually got my Six Flags season pass before that happened. I got it last year, so I got it at a significant discount already. And then compared to what it is now, it's just the pricing is definitely not great. It's unfortunate to see, but at the same time, if it helps in like Six Flags actually getting better quality additions for their parks, or just like cleaning them up as they've been doing, I think it's worth it. Which I don't think that. I guess that might be. I mean, when you say it like that, I don't think that's going to come off as unpopular, but we'll see what happens. Let's see, 5:34. So I've been doing a ton of Q&A, but we have some other things on the table. We'll do some Guess the Coaster in a little bit. I did some rock wall climbing today, so my arms are like, if I do this, like raise it, I'm like, it's a bit sore, I suppose. Let's see, what else? Six Flags Over Georgia has a confusing layout. Consult the map carefully before I go. Yeah, I always do that for parks, just in case. Worked really well for Hershey Park. I didn't get lost at all there, even though it has a very weird layout. So, and I also, if I go there, I will go there early so I can get early rides on Twisted Cyclone and Georgia Scorcher, because I know they do that usually. So, and yeah, I'll do Monster Mansion for sure. Let's see. What else? Storm is a very odd coaster, many attendants, but we were the only riders. Wow. I mean, I guess it's brand new, that's how you know, and too bad that it doesn't have that many riders when you went. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It definitely complicates things for the future beyond this year. For me in terms of what I'm going to do with season passes, but we'll see what happens. It's not something I'm concerned about for this year, so I haven't thought about that too much. Do I think a coaster like Sandy's Blasting Bronc? No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know how much of that is on Intamin's end, and which I know at least a decent bit of it is. Probably, and how much of it is on Nickelodeon Universe's end for it being as much of like a disaster as it has been. But I don't think there's any way that happens. They build a coaster like that. I would be stunned if they did. Anytime soon anyways. Thank you for checking out the stream, Thunderwolf. Great to have you here. Let's see what else. Storms intense here and there, sudden steep drops, intense hang time from being as super high. Yeah, I mean it looks really cool. And it does have ejector over the top. That is awesome. After the vertical launch, that's pretty sick. That's pretty incredible. Let's see. And Twisted Cyclone is underrated. Great ride despite being short. Yeah, we'll see. I have a feeling Actually, I'm not gonna say anything yet, but we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if I prefer Goliath, which will be my first B&M Hyper, or Twisted Cyclone. So that'll definitely be interesting to kind of see how that goes. Alrighty, so with that being said, I think at this point I'm gonna move on to guess the coaster. So basically how this works is I get a coaster and you guys try to guess. So I'm gonna get my coaster real quick. You guys like ask questions in the chat. It's basically how that works. Let's see. Still trying to get it. And I mean, you guys can ask away questions. Okay, I got one. All right, I got my coaster. Ask away in the chat. Less people than usual right now, but hopefully we'll probably get some more people as time goes on. That's kind of how that usually works. So there we go. It is not in Spain. It is in the United States, so we do have United States coaster. So that's one thing we have. Let's see what else. Let's see. And it is a steel coaster, so we have steel US coaster is basically what we have right now. And it's not on the East Coast, but it's on the eastern side of the US. It's just not in a state that's touching the ocean. So, eastern side of the US, steel coaster. It's not Excalibur. It's not something I have ridden. So, no, it's not. But, eastern US, steel coaster. Let's see. It is not Thunderbird. Was it the #2 winner for Best Ride by USA Today? As far as I know, no, I would highly doubt it was. Oh, for this year? Then it definitely wasn't. I haven't even looked at that at all. So, is it named after a fictional character? I mean, it is named after... It does have an IP attached to its name. I will say that. It's kind of a... It's not like... It doesn't have a specific character's name in it, but it's themed to an IP. So, yeah. Is it at a chain park? Yes, but it's probably a park you wouldn't think of when you think of chain parks. So, more Midwest? Yeah, it's more Midwest. Yeah. Like mid, I guess that area is called the Midwest, but it's still on the eastern side of the US. If you cut it in half, it would be on the eastern side. But I guess not by much. Does the name begin with S? No, it does not. Is the Zero car a pig driving a car? Oh, is that... Daddy Pigs didn't get #1? Or... I don't know. I know they, like, tried to win the vote. I don't know how that all went, but no, it's not Daddy Pigs. That'd be awesome if it was, right? It's not at Dollywood. It's not at Silver Dollar City. It's not in Texas. And it's not Storm Chaser. Just want to make sure. I will look at a US map and make sure that I'm not throwing anybody off. I mean, I think Missouri's more west than... Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess it is kind of more in central, so, but yeah. I guess Missouri is kind of on the right track. It's close. Anyways, it is not Mamba, it's not in Ohio, and it is not defunct. This one was kind of an interesting one to get. It's not an obscure coaster, but it's not one that it's like you would think of it very quickly. Let's see. It is not in Kentucky. It's not at Frontier City, and it is not Mr. Freeze at Six Flags St. Louis. It's not in Missouri. I just said it's kind of close, but I don't know if I'm throwing people off by saying it. No, it's not in Missouri. It is not in Missouri. All right. I feel like my head's lower than usual. I think that's like part of the problem. There we go. I think that's something's been bugging me. I'm like, yeah, that's probably it. It's not in Arkansas. It's not at Magic Springs. It's not Gauntlet. So it's not Howler. It's not X Coaster. Let's see. Man, this one, I guess this one is... We'll get there eventually. It's not Matugani. And it's not in Louisiana. Like the Matugani guess, though, right? That's like a out-of-the-box one. It's not in Oklahoma. And then... But it is not at Valley Fair. Yeah, it's not at Valley Fair. So no. It's not at Six Flags Great America. So I guess let me try to run through it. Okay, Mall of America. Yes, it is in Mall of America. So I was gonna run through that. It was Steel Coaster but it is in Mall of America. So yeah. That definitely narrows it down a lot. So at this point, whoever gets it first, I mean, anyone can get it at this point. It's anyone's game. It's not SpongeBob. It's not Avatar. Civilian Satellite got it first, at least on my end. It is Fairly Odd Coaster at Nickelodeon Universe at Mall of America. So there you have it. That is our first coaster. I guess we'll do a few more rounds. Let's see. That one took a while for sure. All right. That was quick. I have my next coaster. Fairly Odd Coaster is a Pandemonium clone, I'm pretty sure. So I haven't done one of the traditional Pandemonium clones, so but I'm sure that it's a fun ride. It is in Japan. History and Leisure right out of the gate. All right, so yes, we have Japanese coaster. And it is not Gravity Max. Wow, that came out fast. Does it invert? No, it does not. It is not Delphis, and it is not Big Boom. Let's see. Yeah, you misspelled it, but like, I mean, I get it. It's close enough. I'm not gonna like criticize that. Fujiyama. No, it's not. Tovu Zoo. No. It is not defunct. It's still around. It is not in Tokyo, and it's not around it. It does not have an underwater tunnel. It's not at Jamaica. It's not Bandit. It's not Dododompa. It's not Thunder Dolphin. And it's not Panic Coaster Backdan. Or Backdawn. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. Hollywood Dream. No, it's not Pyrenees. It's not Gao. It's not Hollywood Dream. History and Leisure got it. It is Space Fantasy. That is a snipe. Alright, yeah, that was good. So 2 straight spinning coasters. That is crazy. But yeah, Space Fantasy the ride is the answer. So good job there. Alright, I have my next one. Alright, so I think we'll do, including this one, we'll do 4 more of these. And then if you guys like it enough, I might do a little more later. Let's see, what time is it? 5:47. I don't want to be, like, I think the max I wanted to be on here was like 2 hours. So, that was kind of what I was, so I think we're on track for sure. Let's see. France, no. It's not in North Korea. It is not Olympia Looping. So we don't have anything yet. Do I think Epic Universe will get the get a spinning coaster in the monster area? That'd be cool. If that's a rumored thing, I'm not aware of it. But I would that like just I mean that'd be cool to see. I'm sure they could theme that up pretty nicely. It is not in Europe. It's not in Germany. It's not a kiddie coaster, but it is a family coaster. It's not Antelope. Did Russia launch a missile at it? No, although that is a sad story. For those, I mean, obviously that entire situation over in Ukraine's very unfortunate. I mean, best of luck to anyone still like around there and living there. But their actual amusement park did actually get bombed, so that is pretty crazy and very unfortunate. But yeah, it is in the U.S., so we have U.S. Coaster, but it is not an Intamin, and it is not a Mine Train, and it's not Dragon Flyer, but it is from Gerstlauer. So we have a Gerstlauer family coaster in the U.S. Wow, that does narrow it down quite a bit. Quite a bit. It's not Vekoma. It's not Fire Chaser Express. Man, I am going through the water. And Philip got it. It is Rewind Racers. We brought up Adventure City earlier, so I'm like, wow, this is so fitting that it popped up on here. But yes, it is Rewind Racers, so congratulations there. Alrighty, so 3 more of these. This one's taking a little longer. It didn't take that long. So the next one we have is Aftershock at Silverwood. So that is our next coaster. And oh wait, did I say I said the coaster? I guess I can tell that just we're skipping ahead here. So never mind. If I said it right. So you can't really work with that, can you? But I guess the next coaster would have been Aftershock. But I said it. Oh my god, that has never happened. That's pretty funny, honestly, though. All right, I do have my next coaster though. So, and I will not say which one this is. Congratulations, Stanford Bridge. You got it first. Easiest answer you'll ever get. That won't count for the next. I think there was 3 left after. So, yeah. But we do have our next coaster. That was pretty funny that actually just happened. Is it in the US? Yes, it is. We have another US coaster. I'm actually planning on doing a little bit of RCDB surfing later, so that was jumping a little bit ahead of schedule. But there we go. Are riders seated above the track? Yes, they are. It is. Is it Prowler? No, it's not. It is at a chain park, and it is on the east. Actually, I don't know if this state touches the water. My geography skills are worse than usual today. Yeah, it touches the water, so it's in East. It is East Coast. So yeah. Is it at a chain park? Already answered that. Is it Sierra Sidewinder? No. Right? Gotta guess the spinning coasters, right? Canada's Wonderland or Darien Lake? Nope, neither of those. Is it Joker's Jinx? Nope. Is it Carowinds? Is it at Carowinds? No. Is it in Pennsylvania? No. It's not Ferry 325. It's not at Six Flags America. So far we still have, it's just the USA. We have a USA coaster at a chain park on the East Coast. Huh. All right. It is not Tumbili. So... not at Six Flags Great America. That wouldn't be East Coast. It touches like a lake, but that's definitely not it. Six Flags New England, no. Does it invert? It does not. And it is not Wicked Cyclone. So... let's see. It's not Great Adventure. And... waiting for the chat to come in here. Is it above 100 feet? No, in height it is not. It is under 100 feet in height. It's not in Florida, and it is not faster than 50 miles per hour. It is not Daredevil Dive. It's not Griffin. Just to go through again, we have East Coast roller coaster at a chain park. It's not Griffin, and it is not Wooden. So now we have Steel Coaster at a chain park on the East Coast. That's under 100 feet and less than 50 miles per hour. It is Steel. So it is not Coney Island Cyclone. It is not Oscar's Wacky Taxi. It is not this coaster. Pronouncing it. Let's see. Dahlonega Mine Train. I tried. I don't even know how, but you just gotta attempt. It's not that one. It's not the it's not a Zamperla Kitty Coaster. It's not Vapor Trail. It's not Scorpion at Busch Gardens. And it is not Twisted Cyclone. Oh, is this a question? Am I going to write it this summer? I will take that as a question, and theoretically, I could. So, if the question is that, then it is something I could ride this summer. Which might give away the park it's at. It is not Hagrid's, and it is not Green Lantern. It is not Air Force One. It's not Superman, I guess in this case. Actually, no, I'm not going to say which one. It's not a Superman of any sort. Is it at the same park as Air Force One? No, it is not. So, let's see. So, to recap, Steel Coaster on the East Coast at a park I could visit, and it is a coaster I could visit this summer that's under 100 feet and less than 50 miles per hour. Civilian Satellite got it. It is Joker Funhouse Coaster. That is it. Bit of a weird one to get. I debated doing it because it was like a kiddie coaster basically, or family coaster at like best, but why not? Alright. Let's see. So I'm gonna get my next coaster. Two more of these. Ooh, do I want to go with this? This one is... I don't know if anyone's gonna get it by name, but we'll try. We'll try it. I have my next coaster. This one might take a little bit, but we'll see. Joker's Funhouse Coaster. I don't know if I'm gonna get the credit. That's like the most expendable one for me in terms of if I don't get it. I mean, it's not the end of the world. So I don't know how much of an effort I'm going to make to try it. All right, this coaster is not in the U.S. and it is not in North America. Is it a clone of a more familiar attraction? Well, it is a clone. I don't know if the other one, the other coaster, actually this was the original and the other one was cloned off this. I mean, for this coaster, it's probably not gonna matter, but I don't know that the other one's more familiar than this one. So, but it is a clone. There is more than one word in the name. It is not in Turkey, but it is in Asia and it is in China. So, and it's not Tehran. So, but we'll see. This one, like, if anyone can, this one's going to be interesting for sure. It's not Trailblazer. It's not any of the Jungle Trailblazers. Is it a mock? No. Is the other clone also in Asia? Yeah, yes it is. So yeah, so far we have clone coaster in China. That is all we have of it. It is not a Vekoma. It's not a Vekoma Top Gun. All right. Let's see what other ones. It is not an Intamin. Oh boy. Just with the order of like how of the questions, this one could be really hard to get. It's not Dinoconda. I mean the other clone would be pretty well known, so it's not Dizzy Love and Whirling Passion. It's not Flash at Leeward Adventure. Okay, History and Leisure, got it. I'm going to give it. He said B&M suspended. I think I know what he's going for, so I'm just going to give it to History and Leisure. The coaster was Family Inverted Coaster at Happy Valley in Shanghai. It is a B&M family suspended coaster. So I will give that to History and Leisure. Another good find. So good job on that one. And then we'll do our final round for now. I'm not doing it, but we did get Sidewinder Safari. That's pretty funny, actually. I want to do something that's actually a thrilling coaster, because we've gotten a bunch of family coasters thus far, so... Alright, we'll go for it. Someone will get this pretty quick, but we'll still go for it. Ask away your questions. We have our next coaster. I was just going to guess Family Inverted Coaster. Yeah. It's not Pyrenees. It's not Steel Vengeance. I like that we're already guessing coasters out of the gate. Because why not? Who needs clues, right? But let's see. It's not Ride to Happiness. It is not an RMC coaster. So we don't really got anything so far, other than it's not an RMC. It's not Conda. Yeah, it is a steel coaster, so we do have steel coaster. And it was built after 2010, so we have a steel coaster that was built after 2010. Is it at Playland Fresno? No, that one actually would have been pretty difficult had it been, because I mean, like, yeah, some people in the chat might know it, but, like, that's not exactly an easy one. Is it considered to be the best coaster in the park? Not really, no. I wouldn't say that that it's not considered to be the best coaster in the park by most. But we have steel coaster built after 2010. It is not red, and it is not at a Six Flags park. It is not in Europe. So far we have Steel Coaster, built in 2010. That is not considered by most to be the best coaster in the park. It is at a Cedar Fair park, so we have Cedar Fair now in the mix. It is not in Canada, so Cedar Fair Park. Alrighty. It is not hang time, and it is... Oh, wait, no, sorry. It is hang time. I was going to say it's not Mamba. I got the two mixed up. But yes, Philip got it. It is hang time. Wow, that is actually a heck of a snipe. I, lost focus for a second, and then I was like, oh. And then it's like, oh, shoot, he got it. Dang, that was really good. So, yes, the correct answer is hang time at Knott's Berry Farm. Wow. Alrighty. I mean, I guess it would be pretty easy. Kind of gave it away that it might be a coaster I've ridden. So if that was the case, my bad. But yeah, that was a really good guess. So there we have it. That is Guess the Coaster for now. And I guess we'll do another bit of Q&A and another bit of asking me about news and rumors, I suppose. Before we do, I guess we'll do, and then after that we can do Coaster Hangman. I think I've figured out a more efficient way to do it. If nothing else, this will serve when I do that, it'll serve as a test to, see if I figured it out better. So, because it's a segment, if I can use it for coaster time, I think it'd be pretty fun to do. So, I've only done it once, so we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Your guess was at least physically close. Oh, accelerator? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. News or a rumor about Carrick? Not any, major news, lately, so... I mean, I finished my first semester at community college. It's probably the most significant thing right now. So, yeah, so not really anything there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, right. I mentioned this earlier, but I am thinking about bringing back Coaster Time, in the nearish future. So I was wondering, you all in the chat, who are some guests you would like to either see return or new guests you would like to see come on? I already have some people, as I mentioned earlier, that I am looking to bring on, and that I've even contacted, but just from a while back. But definitely... oh, someone saw that! Yes! Dude, someone saw the thing on Reddit. That's actually hilarious. So on Reddit earlier today, there was I posted about the Portaventura thing. I posted the articles, and then there was some bot or something that claimed that I was that the original poster was a bot, and that I was stealing other people's content. And stealing some other designs for merch. I actually deleted it and put it up there because I'm like, what in the world is this? So there is a rumor. Maybe I am stealing people's other content and stealing designs for merch. That was pretty funny. That I'm surprised anyone saw that, but that's good. That's a good rumor, actually. Let's see. Do I think Six Flags will benefit or worsen with the new route they're taking? I think things are gonna get worse before they get better. That's in terms of overall experience and seeing new rides and stuff. Six Flags, certain parks got hit really hard from what I heard with the pandemic in terms of operations and all that. So I think some people are with the increasing prices and things this upcoming season. I think things are going to be pretty rough operationally for the parks that have been struggling, and so the combinations of the increasing prices with that definitely isn't ideal. But I think in the long run things will get better. But for the nearish future, things are gonna hurt basically. Sean Flaherty for a return, absolutely love that idea. Such a great guy. Absolutely would love to bring him back on at some point. So it would be his third time at this point. But yeah, he's always awesome to have on and just to talk to. So for sure, what someone to consider. It's been a while since he's done one of his streams, so hopefully if that's some like on his channel, I'd love to see those return if that were able to happen. So that would be pretty fun. But yeah, no, that's a great suggestion, for sure. Let's see, but what else? Any other news things? Q&A. Do I think Six Flags St. Louis will get a kiddie coaster soon? Not really. I don't really see a need for them getting one. They currently have one, right? Oh wait, no, Six Flags St. Louis. Not I did I say Fiesta Texas? I think I said St. Louis. I read it for as Fiesta Texas for a second. I don't know what I was thinking there, but St. Louis, something fell, but it's not anything major. I don't think so. I still I think their next coaster will be thrilling. Maybe eventually they'll get one because they don't currently have one right now. A Pescetti Bowl would be nice, right? I don't think that they would give it to St. Louis, but I'd love to be proven wrong. I mean, it's something that, I mean, they could do it. It wouldn't be very hard to, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, they did. Skyline did they did release the ENF model dueling Pescetti Bowl POV today, so yeah. Apparently that received quite a bit of interest at IAPA, from my understanding, so the dueling model, so good to see. Hopefully we'll see one of those Pescetti Bowl coasters pretty soon. Should have sent Little Devil from Great Adventure when they had the chance. I think St. Louis is alright. They don't currently have a kiddie coaster in their lineup based off what I can remember, so I guess they could use one, right? Pescetti Bowl coaster would be kind of nice for them. I don't know if it would go over super well with enthusiasts. I mean, it wouldn't matter if it did or not, but it's just something kind of funny. Let's see. There's some. I feel I should have at least had a few things on my list of like things to like mention in terms of news. To be fair, there was like a few months where things were pretty quiet, it felt like. So yeah, what ride could I see getting rethemed in the near future? Rethemed. That is a good question. What? That is actually difficult. I can't think of anything on the top of my head, off the top of my head that I could see, but I mean, Splash Mountain's an obvious choice, but I'm trying to think of ones that weren't announced. But yes, let's see. Disney actually would be a decent one to look at. Ugh, I would hate to see it, but I do not want to see Star Tours get redone and turned into anything else. I know it's like people are like, oh, it's outdated. Oh, they have a Star Wars area. No, I don't care. I want that ride to stay. But I think that's one that could happen. there's just so many scenarios with it. It'd be such a waste if they actually got rid of it, especially if they replaced it with something using the same system. It'd be like, but why? Why would you do that? I know that at Hong Kong Disneyland, they either replaced or made an Iron Man ride with the same system as Star Tours. So I really hope not to see it, but that's one I could see happening. I think that's a legitimate answer. So yeah, Steel Lasso. That coaster is relatively new for Frontier City standards, so I don't think so. That's the suspended, right? I'm not as familiar with the areas of the park, so maybe it's like a weird fit or something like that. But I don't really see why they would. Maybe you have some inside info that I don't know about, though, so... although you did say it's shot in dark, so I guess probably not. But Dudley Do Right, yeah, I know the dream for some people. Christian from Theme Park Horizons made the video on retheming it to SpongeBob, and I think that'd be pretty cool. I haven't written it, so I can't say anything for the original theme, but it's probably something I'd like to do before it would get rethemed, so I hope not. I don't know what the issues, outside of it being outdated, I don't know if there's like any issues with like the theming or something like that. But we'll see. Let's see. Six Flags St. Louis only has Pandemonium and River King Mine Train. Yeah, I kind of figured that it felt like they were missing something, so makes sense. I'm not very familiar with it, but I'm wondering how long Plopsa will be partnered with Tomorrowland. Well, it sounds like they're going to be doing another Tomorrowland attraction for not Expedition G-Force, Holiday Park. Love that I named the coaster. I mean, that's the joke, right? People only visit for Expedition G-Force. But anyways, they're supposed to be doing an attraction for them, so for Holiday Park. So I think it'll be a good while. It'll be kind of awkward when they stop working with them, though. I don't know exactly what you do in that situation, but you know, things happen. Blue Fire has gone through a few sponsorships, right? I know. I mean, that one probably the theming isn't quite as significant as if Ride to Happiness were to remove itself from its Tomorrowland theming, but like Blue Fire, I mean, that's one that's gone through a few sponsorships, so we'll see. Let's see. Do you think what's the next coaster that I could see leaving Blackpool next? Probably between Steeplechase and Revolution, just based off of what I can remember. Those two, because I mean, Steeplechase is literally the only coaster of its kind in the entire world, which, I mean, that's cool that it's unique, but at the same time, it's low capacity. I don't know if... I assume S&S supplies that coaster pretty well, but, you know, over time it gets more expensive to maintain, I imagine. And then as for Revolution, I mean, it's an Aero shuttle loop, and I think that explains itself. So, probably one of those two, if I had to guess. I think they are committed to keeping the wooden coasters, of course, outside of Wild Mouse, which died, but I think it's between those two. Alrighty, so what time is it? 6:17. I'll do 3 more minutes of questions if anyone has anything or any news things. Like I said, I should have put some stuff in front of me, because that's like, at least I'd have some topics to go into, but I don't. I have to try to get it from memory, and that isn't working so well. My brain's still a little fried from finals week, so you know, gotta do what you gotta do. I haven't ridden Blue Fire, so I don't know how that works. But yeah, I don't know how that works, but I guess it's only just a sponsorship, so I guess that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I know Blue Fire, they had like, I think their original sponsorship they cut way back when. Then of course they were their sponsorship with um I it was a Russian gas company and they cut ties with that this earlier this year for I guess obvious reasons. So I guess it's not that integral though to the theming, so I don't know what they would do in that situation for Ride to Happiness. As long as they don't touch the theming of Pirate's Hideaway, you'll be fine. I don't know what that is. Is that at Europa? I actually don't know what that is. Probably can find it real quick, though. Quick Google search. Well, I can't find it. Let's see. Pirate's Hideaway Ride. Someone will probably answer before I can find it, and that's just going to be that. I found something at Casino Pier, but is that really what we're talking about? Oh wait, yes, the one that's like in it's like in a building that like the interior just looks like a sad, like it's nothing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, they better not retheme that. It has to stay legendarily bad. You're right, absolutely. Um, let's see. Do I think they could reuse the building that held Space Invader 2? I don't know even. I have no idea about that. Let's see. Yeah, it's literally empty. I've seen POVs of it. It's hilarious. I just totally forgot about that. What is Space Invader 2? What is like what? And it's not the game, obviously. That we're talking about here. Oh, at Blackpool. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm not that well versed in that. I have no idea. So the theming is great. The pirates hide so well that you can't see them. Exactly. Alrighty. So it's 6:20 my time, 9:20 Eastern. And whatever other times it is otherwise. So, yeah, I'm actually we'll do Coaster Hangman here real quick. So, like I said, I should have found a way to make this more efficient, in terms of doing this. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to go off StreamYard chat. It's a little risky to do for something like this, but it's gonna have to do. So, all right. So let's see. I'm gonna get it up here. Okay. So let's try to screen share this to see how it turns out. So this is Roller Coaster Hangman, which is a new game that I guess I've done it once before. You'll kind of figure it out. There's no actual hangman here, but basically you try to guess the coaster through like the letters. So with that being said, I guess we'll start off right away. So put your letters in the chat. Hopefully, can everyone see this? I just realized I put end of stream Q&A. That's not right. But there we go. All right, can everyone see the screen all right first off, and then ask away? And actually, you know what? I am going to bring back the YouTube chat because it's going to come up way faster. All right, S for this first one. Yes, there is. Just one, but there is. It's not Steel Vengeance, but good guess. But yeah, so there's an S. There's no punishment for this either. Even though it's called Hangman, I don't have anything. But yeah. Yeah, it looks like it should be pretty good. So, R. There is no R. And there is one E. So, there we go. So, here we have it so far. Not a whole lot, but a little more being revealed. There is multiple A's. Trying to make sure I have it right. And Philip got it. Okay, so Philip got it. It is indeed Space Mountain at Disneyland, California. One of the ways I made this more efficient, just have the whole coaster name on the next slide so I don't have to type the entire thing as soon as someone gets it. But yep, the correct answer is Space Mountain, so congrats, Philip, on that one. And we'll move on to the next one. All right, so we are on to the next coaster. This one, we'll see how quickly someone can get it. All right, and the clapping is where the guessing starts. Let's see. Is there an I? Yes. Yes, there is. And then there is one E. And there are multiple T's. And that's all of them. Okay. Yep. Okay. It is not Great Nor'easter, and it is not Ice Mountain bobsleds. Just making sure. Last time with this, I also messed up by not putting on all the letters, which kind of messed people up. Trying to make sure I'm not doing that. There is no M. And there is an H. So, and yeah, only one H. So, that funny guess by Stanford Bridge. I like that. The third twister. L. Yes. Two L's. And all right. So probably we'll get it pretty quickly here. Who will be first to get it is the question. Okay, a lot of people got it around the same time. It like just all popped up at once. On my end, it says Imperial Coaster got it first, but quickly followed by Philip, Stanford Bridge, and Civilian Satellite. Also, if it has an initial, you can go with it. If it's something that's like really well known. So TTD I would accept as an answer. Oh wait, why am I doing that? I don't need to type it out. I was already working on it, but yes, correct answer is Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. So there you go. All right, so then we'll go on to round 3. We have 10 rounds for this, so quite a few of this. Shoot, I just exited out of the thing. Not, here we go. Yes, too bad it is Espino. All right. Let's see. Okay, E just came in, at least on my end. Okay, so yes, it does have 2 E's. There is no Q in the sense that there's like no letter Q. That the ride does have a Q. Like there, but it is not the Beast. A lot of people guess that right away, which is, which I mean, I guess I get it, but that is not the answer. Let's see. T. There is not, actually, believe it or not. All right. And then we have, let's see. So there is no A. However, there are multiple R's. Yep. Stamford Bridge got it. It is Red Force at Ferrari Land, along with Imperial Coaster. Both of them got it pretty close to each other. But yes, the correct answer is Red Force. So there you have it. All right. Next, we'll move on to our next coaster and guess away. Man, the chat delay is like really. I was hoping with having both YouTube and but it's pretty bad either way. But anyways, is there an L? Yes, there is. Oh wait, nope. Hold up. I don't know why I did it on. I'm typing it on this one. Okay, there is it here. Just one. Is there a T? No T. And then E, yes, we have two of them, right? No, actually 3 make that, so 1, 2, 3, yes, okay. So 3 E's, and then we do not have an A. Steeled Vengeance. Love that, yes. But not quite. Trying to... With these longer words, it's always like, I really don't want to mess up with where I put the letters, because that would like screw up everyone. There's no K. It's not Apple's Apple. Is there an S? No, there is not. All right. There is multiple I's, so, and I think it's just those two. Yes, okay. And there are multiple R's. Think at this point we'll see who gets it. It's not Riddler's Revenge. No. Nope. Imperial Coaster and Civilian Satellite got it. It is Riddler Mindbender at Six Flags Over Georgia. That is the correct answer. So, yeah. I mean, kind of a weird one because it's a little bit of a newer name, but there you go. All right. Next, we'll go into round 5. And this one should be, it'll be, I mean, it's our first one-word one, right? So, there is one A, but only one. It is not Leviathan. Good guess, though, actually. I don't think it quite lines up, but it's close. And there is one E. Yep, there we go. Only one though. And there is an R. All right. It's not Egenica. You know, it'd be actually, I would have to look into it, but like if I could have like some music playing over this stuff when we're doing the games, that'd actually be pretty sick. That'd like improve the vibe probably quite a bit. So might be something I look into. That'd be kind of fun just to have some non-copyright, of course, but background music. There is an L, but there is no M. Eliminator. Not quite. Let's see. There is an X, which that probably... Oh, wait, shoot. Did I... Hold up. I think... Is there an extra letter? I think there is. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. There is an extra letter. That is... Or is there? No, never mind. No. It is right. Okay. It is Excalibur. Okay. I was like, so it does line up. And I didn't miss any, so... yeah, it is Excalibur. So, who got that first? Stamford Bridge at least was first for me. So, yep, Excalibur is the correct answer. Alrighty. Then we'll move on to round 6. I created this like a little while ago, so it's actually funny for me to try to like look back at the names I got. But we have another one-word coaster. And not, yeah, Excalibur at Valley Fair. Let's see, it's not Leviathan, and there is no A in this one. However, we do have multiple E's. Like, multiple. Let's see. I'm still putting them in. Okay. Got it. There are no R's. There is no L's. Not Telebrenner. E the coaster. Yeah, that is what it is right now. That's the world we're living in right now. All right, but let's see what else comes in. Yeah, there would be so good to have background music. I don't know if I would hear it, but you guys could hear it. So let's see. No P in this. No C. There is no T. However, we do have 2 N's. And let's see. And then we do have 2 S's. Yep, it is. So Stamford Bridge got it again. It is Nefiskesten at Violand in Turkey. That is why it had it had so many E's in it. But there is your answer. So there you go. So then next we'll move into round 7. And actually, no. I was gonna give a clue, but I think it's actually more fun to I think it'll be gettable that I don't have to say it, so we'll see. But ask away letters. E, yes, we have 2 of them. But only 2 of them. Twisty Cyclone. Not quite. It is not Silver Bullet. Enye. I don't think that's what that is, but I mean, it doesn't have an N in it, so I guess no N. All right. Let's see what's next. T. There actually is no T's in this, so nope. However, we do have multiple R's. It is not Wicked Twister. But we are getting closer, I suppose, so for whatever that's worth. It is not Roller Coaster. However, since you did go full word of it, so that is worth something. I'll put it in, I suppose. I don't know if I should do that, but I will do it anyways. But roller, although the problem is, I shouldn't have done that because then I have to put the rest of the well, Philip got it, so it didn't matter. I won't do that in the future. That was a bad idea because then that makes people forget the letters. But yes, it is Roller Soaker. That is the correct answer at Hershey Park. I was gonna say it was defunct before, but I'm like, I think people will get it, but I won't do that again. So I realize now that that has its own issues if you do that. So, alrighty. All right. So then we have our next coaster, which is short but sweet. In name, no, that's not how I would describe the actual ride, but alrighty. Yeah, I didn't get the credit either. I mean, before I went, it died before I went. There is no E. It is not Ninja. Actually, I guess I will say this might throw people off. A lot of people say the before this name. So I guess I could have put the, but I didn't. Not Tehran. And there's no U in the name. Not Force, not Tatsu, not Beast. You might want to go off letters. I think it would be helpful here. Alrighty, let's see. But yeah, so not Tehran, not Force, not Tatsu, and not Beast. There is an A. And there is an S. And there is an R. But there is no T or I. It's not Space. It's not Scare. Imperial Coaster got it right. It is Swarm. I realize now, on RCDB it's listed as just Swarm, but a lot of people call it the Swarm. So if that threw anyone off, my bad. That one was so easy, I just typed it. But yes, the answer is Swarm. So good job, Imperial Coaster. Alrighty. Then we'll move on to our next coaster, which will be the second to last one. It's a weird name. I mean, just with like the other one, like the other letters, like you wouldn't think W would be next, right? So it's not the easiest one to get. Shawarma, right? Yep. But yeah, we have our next coaster. There is an I in this one. Yeah, that is I. There is no E or R or T. Not Shikra. It's not Dipper. There is an S. Just one. And there is one A. Trippy. Yep. Not quite. Y. Nope, no Y. Actually. Hey, we had ERT spelled out. That's pretty sick. before the Y came in. There is no N. It's not a Japanese coaster. Hey, I guess you could ask clues, right? Nothing against asking, right? Like actual clues of it. But it's not Japanese. There is an M. So we're getting close. Getting close. It is not in the US. There is no X. And I just saw Stamford Bridge got it. It is Abismo, quickly followed by Civilian Satellite. At Parque de Atracciones de Madrid. Attempting to pronounce that. And then now we'll head into our last coaster, the final one, which is another one word coaster. And then something started up outside. Oh, the sprinklers. Yep. So if you heard that noise, that was sprinklers outside. But yeah, already, let's see. Next, no C. Just saw that come up. Twisty. One and done. No. No A here either. But we do have a B. But no I. 646. Ooh, wow, the Hangman did take longer than I would have thought. Okay. Let's see. I see. We already went through those. Neither of those. It's not Whizzer. It's not Beastie. No N. So far on the no list, we have Kane spelled. It's not Batman. But we do have an E. That we do have. No J. There are 2 L's. And at this point, it's probably whoever gets it first. So we'll see what happens. It's not Banshee. Baller. Correct answer is Bullet. Civilian Satellite got it first on my end, quickly followed by Philip. With these one-letter ones, I just think just typing them out, it's just habit. But yeah, there we go. I think at least doing it, like typing the stuff in, it was a lot more efficient than last time, so that's a victory. For sure. And I think if you have more people in the chat, these things get figured out a little quicker. but I think that worked pretty well. Let me know in the chat how you all enjoyed that segment. If you'd like to see it again. Baller, I agree, Baller would have been better. But there we have it. So that is Coaster Hangman. Alrighty. So the next thing we're gonna do here, let's see. It's already 6:48, 9:48 p.m. Eastern. So, okay. Do we want to do RCDB surfing? I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do with that. Oh, my idea, yeah, RCDB surfing. So my idea was was to just keep going until I eventually get a random coaster I've ridden. That was literally the plan. So I think we'll do RCDB surfing. It's a totally new segment, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Maybe we'll look at some coasters also that we can also look at some coasters that look interesting. Also, actually, why not? If you guys have any like weird coasters you know of on RCDB, like let me know. We can actually look at them just for fun. But anyways, I'm gonna try to share RCDB. Haven't done this before live. See how it works. All right, put it up on screen. Let's actually, I can increase it. I want to make it a little bigger. That really didn't do much. Oh, but this does. Okay. Looks good. All right, let me know in chat if it looks good. So there you go. Our first random coaster is what is it? Backlot stunt coaster. So for anyone who's ridden that, I guess if you've ridden these coasters, you can also say in chat how it was like. So we got Backlot stunt coaster, corkscrew at Toshi Main. That was like one of the older coasters in Japan for a while, I feel like. So we have that. So we've gotten 2 coasters. I'm going to try to keep count to see how many we can go. Mad Mouse, never heard of it. It's a Fabry Wild Mouse. Apocalypse at Luna Park. What is this? I just want to see what it is. Oh, it's a Barren Curve. Interesting. Luna Park in France. Never heard of it. But hey, we got a new Apocalypse. It's been relocated a few times. So that was our 4th coaster. We got Dubai Drone at VR Park Dubai. It's a Gerstlauer bobsled. No, it's a spinner. Okay, that's kind of cool. Has some cool lighting just from the pictures of it. So that's 5 coasters. All right, Skytrain, City Park in Myanmar. Looks like a kiddie coaster. 6 coasters. 7th coaster, Pandemonium at Six Flags Over Texas. Probably got a few people in the chat who've ridden that. That's our 7th. Which looks pretty good. Captain Jack's Runaway Train, SBF Visa, non-spinning coaster actually. So that's our 8th. High Speed Thrill Coaster at Knoebels, defunct kiddie coaster. Rest in peace. But there's another one. We did it in 10. Wow, that was fast. Montezuma's Revenge at Knott's Berry Farm. Wow, I did not expect that we were going to get a coaster I've ridden in like 10. It only took 10 random attempts. I have 97 credits, so even sometimes I'll just do it for fun on calls and stuff, or just on my own time, very occasionally. It's not something I do super often. And that you like almost never get a coaster that it's like, at least for me, I never get a coaster that I've ridden this quickly. So that was fast. But wow. There we go. Guess if anyone has some weird coasters they want me to look at on RCDB, we can do that. That was a lot faster than I expected. Just looking here in the chat, Backlot Stunt Coaster. The G's on the Spiral are really good. That's good. Dubai drone. It's terrible, really? Oh god. Oh, yeah, because that's VR, huh? Right. Wow. I didn't even know that much about the coaster before I saw it. I mean, I didn't even know what model it was. So, yeah, a spinning coaster in VR, that does not sound pleasant. Um, but we got Nightmare Mine at Frontier City. All right, I'll look into it. Nightmare Mine. Also, hopefully these are relatively... There's only a few parks and coasters. Although, actually, I don't even think I monetize. I think I forgot to monetize the stream. So, I guess if anything horrible happens, I guess it's not that big of a deal. If anything like that would have gotten me demonetized comes up, I don't think it matters at this point. So it was a Cyclone indoors, right? So just looks like it took place in this building. Wow, it didn't last long at all. It operated for 1 year and then just stood there for several years. Wow, that is crazy. Questionable hygiene with the headsets too. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just in general, that is that is kind of wacky. That a spinning coaster had VR. But and then it used to operate somewhere else's galaxy, but there's like no photos of it. That is weird. Weird ride. Second coaster to be operated inside of this building. Okay. There was another Nightmare Mine. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I'm gonna get to there. Oh yeah, huh. Since it was enclosed, it obviously is operating outside in these pictures. So did they build it around it at some point? Oh, okay. So in '86, it operated from '80, and then it was put inside the building in '89. That is super weird. Wow, that is extremely strange. I didn't know. That is so weird. So they had this coaster. Then they're like, okay, we're gonna relocate it, and I guess either build a building around it or just put it in a building. It operates like that for a few years, and it's like, oh, well, we need to get another one. They do it, and it operates for 1 year. That is extremely strange. Orange Blossom Festival. Orange Blossom Special. Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting name. Not aware of the song it's referencing, but that's cool that it's there. Definitely a unique name, if nothing else. That is an extremely weird ride. Guess I'll just go through, randomly click a few more times, see if we get anything. We get another coaster I've ridden, Lightning Racer. Wow. That is crazy. Hello, Steel Vengeance Studios. We're just doing some RCDB surfing. Probably toward the end of it now, but this is crazy. I thought it was going to take forever to get a coaster I've ridden, and that it would be like kind of a journey to kind of look through the different coasters. But I mean, we've gotten 2 of them within 15 attempts, which is crazy. But yeah, I think if anyone else has any weird coasters on RCDB they want me to look at, let me know. If not, I'm probably gonna stop the RCDB surfing for now and head into final Q&A. Pretty short, but I thought this thing was gonna be a little longer, so yeah. Oh, Stamford Bridge did YOLO works. Let's bring it up, actually, for those who don't know. We'll bring it up. And I'll also bring up Vertigo, Wallaby Belgium, sure. It's a spinning coaster by IE Park. It has over-the-shoulder restraints. I haven't seen how it operates. It's like really tiny. It's literally an oval layout. It is extremely bizarre. I mean, it's very strange. So for anyone who didn't know about that coaster, there it is. And then let's see, Vertigo, Wallaby Belgium. Oh, it was one of these things. So let me look at this. Oh, wow. So it was like a suspended coaster of sorts, but it was like an extremely strange one. And there it is. Wow, that is so weird. Huh. Interesting. I kind of went through that all pretty quick. Sorry about that, but let's see. Dude, it operated for 1 year. Yeah, that's yikes. Who manufactured this? They only ever did one coaster. That makes sense. I'm like, I've never heard of Doppelmayr. I probably butchered that, but that is so weird. All right. So, and then we'll do the other one, Gold Rush, at Rainbow's End, which that's in New Zealand, right? Yeah, it is. Literally showed up there. In-house mine train. Coaster was designed by the park. All right, let's look into it. So it's got some indoor stuff, it appears. It takes place partially indoors, it looks like. It has a nice like kind of scenic setting. I don't know why it's taking so long now randomly for these to load. Rainbow's End is the best park in New Zealand. I mean, yeah, that's true. I remember looking into it at some point. I forget if it was in the random RCDB Coaster series or whatnot, but oh, it's literally the only one. I thought there was at least like a few kiddie parks or something, but okay, that makes it even funnier. I guess most of the coaster takes place outside, but it has this section and the queues indoors, so that's interesting. Cool that a park would actually do their own project like this. So that's pretty cool. But I think that's gonna end it for the random RCDB, not random RCDB, but I mean I guess it is random, but RCDB surfing, pretty short. I've never really done anything like that. It's probably not something I'll do super often, but yeah, that's pretty much that. Crystal Beach Cyclone. Oh, I exited out. I just saw that. But I mean, not one I think most people know of. So, if you want to look it up, you can look it up on your own time. But, with that being said, we'll wrap it up with end of stream, final Q&A. Ask me any questions you want or have. It'll probably be a little while before I do another stream. As I mentioned, though, earlier, for those of you who weren't here, I am starting to consider bringing back Coaster Time. The episodes would not be in as quick of order or as consistent as it was in the past. But, you know, just to bring it back, even if it's like at a rate that's less than once a month, would be good, I think. It's a fun series for me to do. And I think if I limit myself enough, it's doable. So, that's going on there. And I asked earlier for anyone if you have any guests that you would like me to bring back on or new guests. Let me know in the chat. I saw Coaster Dash earlier too. I didn't respond to it, but yeah, that would be another. I'd love to have Mark back on. We actually just did a little Q&A on National Coaster's Discord of all things a little while ago. So not even that long ago, like a few weeks ago, something like that. So that was cool to do. So yeah, for sure that could be something that happens. Look up National Coasters. He has a whole video of it. That's cool. Top 2 or 3 most anticipated dark rides in the entire world. I need to fix this thing. Like, come on. There we go. But anyways, let's see. They're not going to be in specific order, but Mystic Manor is one of them at Shanghai Disneyland, I believe it's at, right? Or did I get it mixed up? Wherever it is, I don't know why I'm blinking out on it all of a sudden. That's definitely one of the top ones. Other dark rides, I haven't really man, I haven't looked at them in so long. There are some really good ones I'm gonna miss out on, but Journey to the Center of the Earth is also another one I would love to do at Tokyo Disney Sea. That one would be really fun to do. And I might as well throw in a US one that I haven't done. Hmm. That is difficult. Yeah, Spider-Man is definitely up there for sure. But I feel like there's something. Oh, Flight of Passage probably would have to be it. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Avatar Flight of Passage would like definitely be in my top three. So I think those would be the three. Flight of Passage, um, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and Mystic Manor. So yeah. You met Jeffrey Siebert. That's awesome. Uh, would I do Jeffrey Siebert for coaster time? Probably not. Usually I have content creators on for coaster time, but I do interviews with people within the industry, so he is someone that maybe that could be something I could do with. That would be awesome. And I am planning to continue those. It's just those, the problem with those is I have to be pretty flexible to do that, and that just was not something I could do with college going on, and it's just been difficult to try to get the I guess one interview I have that I'm working with someone to try to do, getting like a time set up for that. But now with me being on summer break, that is something I can look towards, trying to reach out to see if I can get other people on and stuff like that. So yes, I am wanting to do that. Just due to circumstances, that wasn't something that I could do. But definitely, Siebert is a great candidate for that series, for sure. But anyways, let's see. And also, if anyone has any suggestions for that too, I'd love to hear it. For sure. That's another thing too. You're a few coasters off 100. Which coaster are you aiming for the 100th? I'm going to Discovery Kingdom, as I said, in a few weeks to basically get up to 99 coasters. Because I have 2 credits there I need to ride, and Flash is not going to be open, so it'll be 2 credits. So I'll go from 97 to 99. And I'm hoping to make my 100th. It'll probably be Wonder Woman, Flight of Courage at Magic Mountain. I think even if it's not like the best 100th coaster ever, it's still cool to have your 100th coaster, your milestone coaster, be at what is essentially like your home park. So, I imagine it'll be a pretty fun ride. So at worst, it'll still be a pretty great ride. So, that's one that I'm looking at, and if that doesn't open conveniently enough before I go to Atlanta, if that happens, then it'll probably be between Twisted Cyclone or Air Force One is probably what the 100th would be between at that point. So, yeah. Knowing Discovery Kingdom, both the credits you want will be closed. I really beg that, like, I just need a 40 free spin and their brand new spinning coaster to be open. That is all I need. That is not asking that much, but for Discovery Kingdom, maybe it is. I mean, I've already given into the idea that Flash is not going to be open because it's just not. But I mean, at least the other two. I'm also wanting to go because Joker. I want to get more re-rides on that because I only got one ride the last time just because of the day I went, the park was kind of a disaster. So that is hopefully they'll be open. I really hope so. If they're not, that'll be sad. Discovery Kingdom is probably watching the stream and planning closures now. Yeah, maybe they don't like me. maybe they've seen me trash on them a few times, and they're like, you know what? No, you're not gonna get to ride our coasters. I'm hoping this will be the best visit to Discovery Kingdom I've ever had, because it, to be honest, wouldn't really be saying much. So I'm hoping for it. At least as an enthusiast, because I did go before, but I didn't. But I was like really young, so I remember enjoying it there. But like I wasn't really there for the coasters. So let's see. Don't forget the one at Lost Island theme park. The what? Oh, the new dark ride. I don't think that would be in my top 3. I don't think it would be. It looks pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it will quite compare to like Flight of Passage. So but it looks really cool, so for sure. Okay, I went over this. So the Knott's Berry, I haven't watched the Coaster Studios video, so I have no idea what he said. I know that people are like saying he said it was canceled or something. And I'll do it one more time. I'll just go through my thoughts on it. And it's first off, so the Giga plans seem to be dead. Like the actual plans for a true Giga Coaster seem to be dead. They turned it into a mini hyper coaster according to the latest leaked plans. They might be real, they might be fake, who knows? The whole thing could potentially be fake. But then on Twitter, of course, you had the city of Buena Park, who was asked about the Knott's coaster plans, and they said they have not been told of any expansion. Now, that doesn't mean that the project is either fake or just completely got canceled outright. There's a possibility Knott's is kind of working on the project in-house to try to get it ready for proposal, and so they haven't actually reached out yet. And also, it was a Twitter account that answered it, so, I mean, a Twitter account that answered that question, so you have to always take those things with a little bit of a grain of salt, even though it doesn't really make much sense for them to go way out of their way to answer something. I think it's something will still potentially happen in the future, but nothing for 2023. And I'm not even going to say anything's going to happen, but I don't necessarily think the entire project got canceled or is like fake, is basically what I'm getting at. But yeah, let's see. If it's anything like Jersey Devil, then it should be great. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I think it should be a really fun ride. Like I said, at worst, I think it'll be quite good. I think I'll enjoy it a lot. What do I think about Jackrabbit's improvements for the 2022 season? I haven't been able to keep track. I know they did some stuff with it, but I'm not exactly sure of the scope of it. But it's good to see that they're taking good care of it, of the ride. So, very vague answer, but we'll see. I don't think the city's hiding anything. I think that's just a weird idea. Like, sure, the new coaster would be a big deal for the city as well, as it would bring a lot of people for tourism, I suppose. And so that's probably good for businesses in the area, such as hotels and stuff like that. But I don't think they would tease. I legitimately think that they just weren't in the plans. That just seems decently likely, at least in my mind. Which is not what I thought when I first saw that tweet. When I first saw it, I thought it was done for sure. But after thinking about it a while, I kind of figured something will maybe still happen. It's so, yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about. It's like, when I ride it, it's like I'm riding the spinning coaster. It's like, well, this second spinning coaster I've ridden at Discovery Kingdom. It's gonna be a weird feeling. And considering I've ridden it in both the one that got relocated in its new location with Pandemonium as Joker, yeah, that is gonna be extremely weird. But I'm kind of excited for it in a way, even though I don't necessarily think the coaster will be that great, just because it's like so weird for all that to come together. Do we have any clues when Air Force One aims to open? My second US trip is kind of aiming for that, but I feel like it'll only open past August, and then most parks are closed weekdays. I think it'll open before August. They're making quite a bit of progress on it. I'm visiting late summer, so we'll see what happens. I think it will open, and we don't have anything yet. But the only problem is, right, they have to test it, is the only kind of hang up. I think it opens in July, probably mid-July at earliest, though, which is not ideal, but we'll see. Theme Park Predictions thinks it is not canceled. I don't really watch his content, but I mean, I could appreciate all the work he puts in, but I wouldn't know too much about that, what he said about it. But there are people who don't believe that the thing is like for sure dead or fake. That's for sure. Medusa Discovery Kingdom underrated now. Honestly, it like never is talked about anymore when you bring up B&M loopers just in general. Just never is brought up. So I agree with that. And that's another coaster I'm happy to get some rewrites on when I do it. Along with Superman at Ultimate Flight, hopefully. But capacity on that thing is pretty bad. So, yeah. Let's see. Never believed in the gig idea. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know how you could if you were someone who had been really hoping for it for so long. I don't think you could buy into it fully at all. Let's see. They are repainting. Oh, they're repainting Jackrabbit. That's cool. That's really cool. Let's see. It's 7:14, so I went a little longer, but guess I can go on for 5 more minutes. So last questions. I've said that a lot, but any other questions or things, let me know. What you guys got? My hair's going crazy, of course, but yeah, that'll probably be that. And like I said, it'll probably be a little while before I do a stream. Honestly, the best chance of a next stream is probably either gonna be coaster time or a live stream reaction if a park decides to announce something, which we're starting to get closer to that season when some of that stuff starts to happen. So who knows? But yeah, I'll still be doing content on here. Excited to get back into the groove of everything, and yeah, so should be pretty exciting. Hoping to grow the channel quite a bit, or at least work towards that this summer, because I know the channel's kind of like really stagnated. So yeah. What about Instagram live stream? My phone actually kind of got damaged a bit, so I'm probably not gonna do those. It's still functional, but I just don't want to do that. My phone, if I guess I can explain the story of how it got damaged. It's probably because I posted about it on a few places, saying that if I like stop posting on Instagram or something, it's probably because my phone died. But basically a few weeks ago, I was getting back into the car. My phone falls out of I just got some new pants, but it had some pockets that were really long, but it also made it easy for things to fall out of. It was literally the first time I'd worn it. My phone fell out of my pocket into the crevice between where the door is supposed to be, where the door basically connects with the car when you close it. And so when I closed the door ricocheted quickly off of my phone, and then I got out of my car only to find out that it had taken a little bit of damage. So the screen's not broken, it's still usable, but there's some broken pixels on it, and it's a little slower, so not exactly ideal. My phone was really old anyways. It was a 6S, so its time of replacement was coming up pretty soon. It's not that big of a deal, but that's probably why you're not going to see too much of me on doing live streams on Instagram, because I have to do that through my phone. You saw Wildcat have a breakdown at Frontier City. Nice. And then waiting for a Coaster Time Adventure Time mashup. I didn't watch that show back in the day, but I know a lot of people love it. It's hardly talked about nowadays, though. I mean, obviously it's been done for a while, but it's kind of interesting. Alrighty, so 2 more minutes. Any last questions? And that'll probably wrap it up. Like I said, there's going to be more things to look forward to. And actually, I might as well ask about this, because I have put out some pieces of content since the last live stream. Have those of you who've watched the tier list that I put out for Magic Mountain, or the news video I did for Space Mountain, did you guys enjoy that kind of enjoy those videos? Because those are things that I would like to do more of potentially. So that's definitely something I want to know if y'all enjoyed it. Those kinds of videos. They're easier for me to do, so that's why. Like, if something new comes out, it's a way I can put it out there for the news thing, and then for the tier list. It's not something I have to prep too much beforehand. I'm still going to be doing, like, actual, like, scripted videos and stuff, but yeah, I just wanted to know about that. Could I have Coaster Chawl on again? Man, it's been a while since I've reached out to Aaron. I know he's been busier as of late. But certainly something I'll consider for sure. Yeah, absolutely. He was a fun guest to bring on. As is really everyone. But yeah, for sure something I'll consider. Put all the dark rides at Efteling on my dream dark ride to-do list. I need to make one of those actually. I think I had like a loose one way back when, but yeah, I need to do that just so it's like I can actually map them out a little bit, because that's good to have, right? Because some dark rides are some of my favorite rides I've ever ridden, so might as well have a bucket list for those if I have a bucket list for coasters. Let's see. What's your take on all the Wildcat rumors and it possibly getting RMC'd? I went over this a lot earlier in the stream, and if you followed me on Instagram, I've put on my stories, I think more than a few times, that I've been like, it's not getting RMC'd. I'm still on that train. I do not think it's getting RMC'd. I know there's a ton of work going on over there, and I do think something's happening, whether that's a major refurb / retrack, or Titan track, which I legitimately think is a possibility for next year. But no, it's fine. But that you weren't here. I'm just mentioning that I said it earlier for those who were here. But I just don't see it. I'd be pretty stunned. I mentioned that Wildcat, we know it's received investment over the last 2 off seasons, which and supposedly it even got a new control panel this off season. That's not confirmed, but it's something I've heard from a few places. And we know they've gotten some retracking and work done the last few off seasons, so it's kind of, it would be very weird for them to remove it. I know they removed the photo booth. I heard the photo booth was in pretty bad shape. I know there's been a lot of work going on around there. And like to the point, it seems like they are certainly prepping for something. I just can't see it being an RMC. Especially when GCI can put their Titan track on it if they want to make a smoother ride. That still is Wildcat, I suppose. Without RMCing it, it's probably cheaper to do it that way. I would just be very stunned if they go for that. yes, they dismantled the second train. It might be maintenance related. I know some people are like, it's weird. I mean, why would you dismantle the second train before you RMC a coaster? I mean, unless the train like just died and that was the end of its life, but you wouldn't do that just to prep for an RMC. That doesn't really seem to make a ton of sense to me. I don't really think that proves anything. And I know there's all those markers too, but I just do not believe it. If I'm wrong, I mean, I will be happy if I'm wrong. I will say that 100%. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I mean, I'm sure someone will go back through this and make me eat my words when it does happen, if it does, and that's awesome. I mean, I really can't lose. You can't really lose about being wrong about this one, right? It's just I've seen a lot of optimism for it, and a lot of people thinking it's like actually confirmed that it's happening, and I'm very much on the side of like we need to pump the brakes a little bit, more than a little bit. So that's my entire, I guess, RMC Wildcat thoughts. The cool thing is, if it does actually happen, we'll know about it like within a few months at most, because they have to announce they're going to close it at some point, which I know historically it's like they do it like a month before or whatever. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna believe that it's gonna happen. I really am not. So yeah, there we go. What coaster is now the most likely to receive the RMC treatment now that Predator is getting GCI Titan Track? So, assuming Wildcat doesn't happen, or it does, we'll just take it out of the equation for this question. So, remove Wildcat any way you feel about it, just from this question. It's not going to be Roar at Six Flags America. They put in a lot of money into it. They actually retracked it a ton. They seem very committed to keeping it around. Yeah, Wolverine Wildcat is the heavy rumor for the second Titan track. I've heard that quite a bit, so we'll see if that happens. I think it will. I think that is the second Titan track coaster. I don't think Cedar Fair Park's going to get an RMC. There seems to be an issue there, or a rift between them, even though it's not confirmed. Six Flags now going to Titan Track definitely makes things interesting. Predator was like pretty much the primary RMC candidate, and now that's kind of gone. And it is tough. I really don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be seeing too many RMC conversions at this point. I think most of the obvious coasters are gone. They've been RMC'd. And now even some of the other ones that were like, oh, well, those will at some point get RMC'd, might get Titan tracked. So Will the Beast would make for an awesome RMC. Grizzly at California's Great America. I'd love to see it, but I think the ship has sailed. I don't know if I fully buy into the rumor that they're gonna put a launch coaster in that spot, but it seems very feasible. I think they're gonna rip out Grizzly completely whenever its time comes. I would love to see it get RMC'd, but I think they're just gonna rip it out instead. So the boss, I don't think they'll do it. I know it's one that gets brought up a ton. It's just hard for me to see them do that. I mean, I could not. I don't think they would do it. They should RMC Excalibur, Valley Fairs, which, I mean, obviously this is a joke, or the Fun Town, Splash Town one. American Thunder, probably not. I don't really see why they would do that. I mean, I guess if it's like, hey, we can make this one unique compared to the other wooden coasters, but yeah. Yes, they're gonna they're gonna euthanize Grizzly, if I pronounce that correctly. Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. I mean, if it gets RMC'd, I will be happy as well. But it seems more like they want to rip it out. I mean, I assume with the hyper plans, if they were gonna put one in, they would rip it out if they were to ever do that. If they were to put in really another coaster in the foreseeable future, I think they would just rip it out. Carowinds Hurler, did they do work on that? I forget. I don't know if they have, but I don't think they'll do it. I mean, that's another one that it's like they should, but it just seems like they won't. But I want to try to answer this. I want to try to at least get something. Something that is like kind of feasible, I guess. I guess I would have said maybe one of the Woodies from Adventureland in Iowa under the previous owners. But under Parque Reunidos, I don't see that happening. Not saying that the switch was bad. I think it was a good switch just because of the Rapids accident, obviously. It was a necessary change of ownership, but from an investment standpoint, I don't really think we can expect it from Adventureland. Timberwolf, no. They did a lot of work on that really recently, so I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to say Cedar Fair is actually going to do an RMC project. It just seems like it's something they're not wanting to do. I would love to see it. Twister 2. Yeah, I want to... Let's see. I'm dragging this out so much. Just trying to think of something. Something... There's got to be, like, something in Europe. You know what? Actually, we have the... So Wallaby Holland is getting 2 RMCs, right? Let's see... how RMCable would Loop Garou be? I feel like that might be something that could happen. It's also, honestly, I mean, I would need... It's a weird layout, though, probably to be RMC'd. But maybe Loop Garou? I don't know. I mean, I'm like trying to think of anything, and that kind of makes sense to me. At least for whatever that's worth. Because what other wooden coasters do they have in the entire chain that would be actually RMCable? I'm looking through right now. It doesn't really look like they have much, if anything, because Tonnerre Dozeus, I mean, that one obviously just did its thing, so that one's probably safe. Timber is a Gravity Group family coaster, right? So probably not that one. Let's see what else. And they don't own any other, and there aren't any other wooden coasters within the chain that still exists. Thunder Coaster at Tusenfried, that would be something, wouldn't it? But isn't that one actually thought to be good? That's like the one thing. I think that one's actually said to be pretty good. So, and they did put timber liners on it not that long ago. So, Coaster Express, they actually retract that thing, right? That was like the horrible wooden coaster that was closed for a few years, right? Yeah, they actually did a lot of work on that one recently, to the dismay of everyone, but they did. So, Bandit at Movie Park Germany, that'd be another nice one. But honestly, like, Loop Garou, honestly, I think is my answer there. And I think with that being said, I'll end the stream. I took about 10 minutes on that one question. That's incredible. No, okay, actually, I haven't responded to these. Hold up. No, none of the Holiday World Woodies. Absolutely not. No way. with the new Gravity Group track, there is no way they would RMC any of those things. They're gonna put that the pre-cut, pre-engineered track way before they'd ever RMC anything. I'd actually be really upset if they actually even thought about it. So, although fun fact, Rampage at Alabama Adventure, it was confirmed in a live stream, a Facebook live stream, that the current owners of Alabama Adventure and like the current like kind of group there actually looked into RMCing the coaster. But the prices were, I guess, a little bit too much for what they were hoping for, and so they decided not to go that route. But that is that was kind of an interesting one, interesting thing that I saw. If you can probably find it on their Facebook. The timestamp's probably going to be difficult to get, but or to find. But it was pretty interesting to see that, for sure. They did do a lot of work on it this off season, so hopefully it got better. They spent a ton of money on it this off season. I do know that. Let's see what else. The Terra Mythica wooden coaster, probably not. I'm literally starting to lose my voice now, so I think that will truly wrap it up. Thank you everyone for showing up. It was awesome to do this. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. A little more casual of a stream, obviously, than I normally have, but you know, it's good to have these streams every once in a while, so that's pretty good. Excited to get the new content out in the coming weeks. Hopefully it won't be super long before another live stream happens, whether that's coaster time, an announcement, or something else. So that's gonna be that. So with all of that said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time here on Coaster Hour.